What's good, everybody? It's your boy Skrilla the Hitman, back with another episode of Step Into My Office. And today, we got a very special guest with us. We got the Miami legend, the OG, triple OG, the big dog, OG Gigavelli. How you doing, my brother?
Man, thanks for that intro, man. I wasn't expecting all that, man. I'm just OG for the city, man. You know what I'm saying? But,
no,
yeah.
I like to make sure you feel welcome here, my brother. And
man,
we respect
thanks for having me, man.
We respect everything you've been through, and hats off to you for keeping it solid all these years, my brother.
For sure.
So I see you've been bouncing around on the internet. You know, I want to start with the book. You know what I'm saying? I see you have 2 books. You want to go ahead and plug it for the audience?
Yeah, man. My first book, Pressure, right? This book here tell my life story. You know, I'm growing up out the sub, all the way into, you know, my in and out the system type shit. You know what I mean? From juvenile. You know what I mean? I want to make sure y'all understand. I put on there a real OG out of Miami, right? And before we got started the interview, I was telling them, you know, to make a statement like that and, you know, go unchallenged. You saying something in Miami, you know what I'm saying? Miami, they're not gonna give you no title, like they're not gonna let you must fake on this internet. They ain't gonna let you create yourself like that. So, you know, I just wanted to point that out, man. Little Haiti, down south, you know what I mean? The sub, wherever you check it, Carrier City, you know what I mean? They gonna let you know the OG, he official, man, you know what I mean? So that book right there, Pressure, make sure y'all tap in with that, man. Hit me in my inbox, or you could go to Amazon and get a copy of that book right there, man. Real Miami stories in here, man. All facts, no cap.
Like that, straight up. So this is 2 copies of the same book?
Yeah. Okay. No, it ain't the same book. This Pressure.
Oh, Federal
right?
Pressure, okay.
Federal Pressure is a different level, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see I got it on still on paperwork, right?
Okay.
So as I explained that subtitle, I'm gonna explain this subtitle right here.
Yes, sir.
Still on paperwork mean, you know what I mean? See the OG got right here, stop snitching on his arm, right? Okay. I remember them t-shirts, y'all. We don't see that shit no more. They done changed the game on us a little bit, right? They play spades different now. You know what I'm talking about?
I know that,
but they playing with the jokers and the deuces and shit, right?
The game on, man? We don't play like that.
Yeah. They don't 13 cards in the deck, man. Y'all stop, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Changing the game, but they have, you know, and I respect it. I just won't play.
Right? No.
You know what I'm
saying? It's a different ball.
Ain't no sense of crying about the shit, but at the end of the day, that's why I got to still on paperwork, man. What I mean by I don't play, man. A lot of you niggas know what y'all gonna do, man. Y'all already know it. I don't care how you might have your nigga food in the section, or you might have your hoe, you know what I'm saying, thinking that, you know what I mean, you the realest thing popping.
Right.
When that federal pressure get on you, when them football letters, the feds, I'm talking about with a 99.1 conviction rate, they not playing. When they grab you, they bite onto your ass.
That's you get serious.
It's federal pressure.
That's federal.
You know what I'm saying? So the OG stood on that, man. This my story, man. For a lot of you young niggas that I be talking to, you YNs, I can't tell you how you get your money. I can't tell you what to do or not to do, but I could give you, as a real OG, I could give you the facts. You know what I'm saying? Some federal shit. And that's what I did. I did this for y'all, man. Let you know, cause I ain't gonna send you up that road. I ain't gonna let you, cause like I say, it's that patch of land, or you know what I'm saying? Or if you bless, you can end up in a cell and change your life like the OG did. But it's certain rules in there. Penitentiary rules is in effect. When you go to the feds, and I want to make sure you coming from Miami, your OG put you up on game. Don't spit in that sink.
Straight up. You already know. You heard it first. Right here live with OG Gigavelli. You know how we doing it. So I want to get into it, my brother. Let's start at the very, very, very beginning. All right. I know that, you know, you've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And what we seeing is the finished product of all of what you've been through. But I want to start in the early chapters. All right, so early in your childhood, when did you begin to veer off from like the right from wrong and say, you know what we call jumping off the porch, starting to do little things like, okay, here come Gigavelli again, he come again, he get in trouble. When did it start getting into that era, Brown? What age?
So let me just make something clear.
Okay.
There's 2 kind of niggas in the streets.
Right.
There's niggas that chose the streets, and niggas that's the streets chose.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them niggas that the streets chose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make no sob story. You say we all from the city. Yeah, but we all didn't have it do what we others have to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been in this shit since bagging grocery, pumping gas.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Old girl didn't have it. Nigga had clothes out the red, white, and blue, the thrift shop.
All right.
You You know what I'm saying? But I had store credit in all the stores.
Right.
Cause I'm pig son. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't know I'm a Parker. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? My family, you know, I got a family of G's. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to G Shorty. Shout out to the 40s. Shout out to all my family. You know what I'm saying? We came up the hard way. You ever heard that? You say you was talking about the church. You heard that? I'm coming up the rough side of the mountain. Yeah, nigga came up the rough side of Liberty City, man. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't that many opportunities for, you know what I mean, you cats like myself, you know what I mean? And my story ain't unique. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, man, I'm talking about me and my homeboys, we used to beat the junkies to the cans. You know what I'm saying? I could take you on the can spot on 27th Avenue, across from when the Bojangles right there, right across from the heart of the city, north side. You know what I'm saying? You just sell cans right there. Take you up on, I'm a baby Tutu Alba too, man. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about Tutu Alba, man. Shout out to them boys, man. You know what I mean? But a baby Tutu Alba mean I'm up under them. And they, you know, the Utopium right there, that used to be a stronghold for Tutu Alba. I used to sell my bottles right there. You know what I'm saying? So when I say the streets chose me, you know what I mean? I was born into this shit, you know what I mean? I ain't, my first chapter in this book called Fatherless Pressure. So I didn't have no structure. You see what I'm saying? The old girl couldn't watch a nigga 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So when she going, I'm out the door.
You was out the door, off the porch.
You know what I'm saying? Been off the porch, man. First day in juvenile, I was like 9 years old, stealing out the Walgreens at North Side. You know, and it's just been a ongoing process.
Since then, so since your early age, so damn, so you was so when did it start getting serious? At 9 years old, you was like, all right, let me get a little something out the store. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I want some candy. Or
man, I wasn't stealing no candy.
Oh, you stealing some? Oh, motel.
My old girl had food. I was stealing toys. I wanted something to play with. You nigga mama buying y'all toys. My mama wasn't buying no toys. She bought what we needed.
So you had to go steal your fun.
I had to go. I tried to come out that motherfucker with a dump truck.
Right,
My homeboy was stealing candy and shit.
Like that. But
I wanted something to play with when I got to the motherfucker house. You know what I'm saying? I talk about it in my book, Pressure, though, man.
So going from that, around what age did things get serious? Was it like teenage years when you started to get like robbing, smashing and grabbing? Around when that started taking place for you?
I caught my first serious charge, man. If y'all been following me, I did an interview with my co-defendant when we were 14 and 15 years old. Shout out to KK. He caught 17 years. I ended up going to boys' school, not knowing the law then. I actually could have even have to go to boys' school because I really wanted the case. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't identify me. But like I was saying before, I had a charge onto that too because I had escaped from a drug program. So it was around school. I was 15. I think KK was 14. You know what I mean? I had a baby on the way. You know what I mean?
Life got real.
I'm
early.
on a run from a program. I don't you know what I mean? So I was already doing a little bit of playing around with a little bit of robberies and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this particular time, we was at the Omni Mall. Me and my homeboy Dooney and shout out to Dooney Cat Eye from town. Me, him, and his cousin Pat and KK. You know, at the time, me and KK scrapped. You know what I'm saying? We always kept a little fire because you never know when the opportunity arises. You know what I mean?
You gotta get that money. You hear me?
They was shopping for their school clothes. Me and KK, we tagging along.
Trying to get
so you know what I mean? Our nose running. That's what y'all say nowadays. Our nose running. You know what I'm saying? I peeped the lick at the light. I gave KK the head. Nah, we ain't gonna have to talk. You know what I mean? Went, right into action.
Chemistry at that time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was already I went for the driver. He went for the passenger. We did what we did, but it was a hero. If y'all know what a hero is, that's someone that don't mind their business.
Right.
And they feel like, you know, they got, you know what I mean?
They call them Karens today.
Yeah. A hero stayed at the light. Other cars were running the light. A hero was staying at the light. This particular hero wasn't just any hero. He was married to a juvenile judge.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't know that, but anyway, we had a shootout with him. We ended up catching 2 counts of armed robbery, three counts of attempted murder. Damn. Because we shot at the people in the car and we shot at him. That gave us 3 counts. I had an extra count of cocaine with 1,000 feet of the school zone because, you know, I was trying my hand. I'm a hustler, you know what I mean? So I was trying. So that's when things really, really had a turning point for me, right?
So this was around 15?
Yeah. 1990, 1991 is when I came home from Okeechobee Boys School. The game had done changed then.
Right. So that's what I was gonna even say just now. Like, so Miami was a whole different. It was like the Wild West back then. You had a shootout in the middle of the street with a judge's husband. Like, what the hell? Like this shit was crazy back then.
Hey man, for listen, man, for real though, like there's a lot of people that know me. Like I said when I first introduced myself, man, or you introduced me rather,
right.
And I explained a real OG out of Miami, man. Like shit I talk about, it have already been fact checked over my 10,000 followers on Instagram, over my 30,000 followers on TikTok. Like people really go out and do their homework on me. Cause like I was saying, you can't say you a real OG from Miami
unless you
and that shit ain't been tested. That shit look. Beach came home. What not. Listen, you wasn't out 10 minutes, nigga, and all kind of shit started coming out. Oh, he did this, or he 35B. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. None of that shit. For me, not just me, ain't like no my homeboy Big Trap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us them real Miami motherfuckers come home, man. You know, quite next they gonna fact check.
100%. Yeah, that's the internet. It's the information era. Nigga going like nigga be home 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. Nigga got your paperwork on a YouTube channel telling you, oh, he did it, or he was in the interrogation room. So that's the era we
he was on ass when he was in there. So all that shit come out.
Yeah, that's real talk these days. So ain't no calling yourself an OG, a real Miami OG. And you know how big Miami is?
No, but you was saying something about shootouts in the middle of the streets of Miami, whatever.
Yeah, I was saying.
I mean, it's Miami, bro. Like, bro, y'all know.
90s.
Bro, come on, man.
Because we live in the era. The reason I even bring it up because we live in the era where it's a camera on Teslas, bro. Cars solve crimes right now. You know that?
I speak on that.
Like I'm saying, it's all kinds of stuff.
But that shit wasn't going on then.
But I'm saying back then. So I'm trying to get the audience.
Oh, that nigga, we the Stick City.
There we go. I'm from down here. I know, but I want the audience to understand, like, okay, this was really, everything you seen, go look at your YouTube footage of your 90s news reports. Like, things was crazy in Miami.
We had something called SOS, Smash on Sight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas smash like broad daylight, wherever. You know what I mean? Like that Young Jock song say, it's going down.
It's going down. Like that Flow song is going down.
It could be in the middle of the mall, it's going down. You know what I mean? Get your man type shit. You know what I mean?
That's real.
It's Miami, man.
All right, so you did, so for that's what you went down. So when you convicted at 15, how long you did for that?
Like I told you, I went in, I actually beat the case, but my co-defendant caught 17 years.
He got 17 from that case.
He got 17. KK did like a lay him off that shit.
Damn.
I ended up going to boys' school, and boys' school is broke down in plans. That'll take me a minute to explain it, but like according to your felony, you know what I mean? I had the biggest fight was to be 12 to 24 months.
Okay.
But if you do what you're supposed to do, you can come home at 12. I came home at 14, around 12, 14.
Okay, so now a year from that, so you about 16, almost 17.
Right.
So normal 17-year-olds, they going back to school, trying to get back. You not.
I went back to school.
You went back to school?
Was the shit.
School was the shit.
Yeah, I went out to Central. I came home, went out to Central.
He went to Central.
Nigga, I know somebody shout out to them Rockets. I came home, went out to Central, nigga, you know. We gonna go to school just for the lunch break.
So did you graduate or did you get your GED?
Man, listen, I graduated in the joint. I got my GED in the joint. I got my GED in the joint.
I understand, okay, so
1995, baby correction.
Got her GED. Like, ain't no shit.
That shit don't matter no more. That shit don't matter nowadays.
Yeah, no, it don't, honestly.
Nah, it don't matter. I really don't. I don't think they check that shit off now.
It don't even matter nowadays. But I'm just trying to.
You gonna be on time?
Yeah, that's what matters.
You taking too many off days, that type shit. Man, you know what? That's one time that I tried to get right, but the shit, like I just was trying to tell you, every time a nigga go in, it set you back.
Okay.
So now the clothes and shit that I was already having a clothes issue that I was trying to rob. So now my closet, I'm coming out. Man, you know this 91.
Right.
Man, I'm talking about my home, you know, I'm from Miami, 15, 16 year old niggas got bronze.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to OJ, man, rest in peace. OJ out there with ultras and lows and shit, hammers and lows. Nah, with the Coupe de Ville.
Oh, nigga,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. OJ was doing this shit. You know, like Paul and Johnny Wade and all them niggas coming through and Fred K. Pot and Baby Cadillacs and shit. So the pressure, that's why I named the book Pressure. The pressure was really on. Then, you know, back before I went in, you could go to flea market and get fresh.
Yeah. I
came home, you know, you got the Gigavelli gang going on. Yeah. Polo is just out of control. And Jordan, you know, shit. So, you know, You know, I
You got to
tried.
keep up with the Joneses now.
Hey,
Now I got to
come
get
on
out of
now,
here. I got to
come
get
on
with the
now.
style. I got to catch up with these boys.
I got a little name in these streets
Straight
now.
up, man.
You know what I
Gigavelli
mean?
home, so Gigavelli got to look like I'm home, man. I feel you, bro.
Right. So the streets was calling. That's what they saying. The streets
Streets is
calling.
calling you, okay.
Yeah, the streets were calling.
And then you answer.
They were yelling.
Yeah.
You know I answer. You know I answer.
Okay.
Like I told you, I ain't told the streets called me.
Showed you.
That
Okay.
motherfucker pulled me right on back. Come on, you know where you belong.
So when did you ended up getting in the federal eyesight on their radar? Because now we talking state crime, we talking robbery,
Right.
smash grab. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a little dope here and there. When did it get real with them alphabet boys want to come see you?
Man, listen, man. And I'm gonna say this because I've been advocating for this story to come out.
Okay.
The original Miami boys, man. Shout out to Slip and Slide. Shout out to Ted them for the documentary they finna drop on them boys. You know what I mean? Convertible Burt. You know what I'm saying? Boss Man.
Yeah.
Bo Diddley.
Okay.
They forgot about Trav. Forgot about the original Miami boy Trav. I'm talking about one of the biggest. But we gonna get to that. Okay. I'm talking about Death Row. Okay. Trav. I'm talking about America Most Wanted. Trav. Okay. My homie out the village. But you know, what they do podcast, we definitely got that scoop. But anyway,
for sure. The
question you asked me when it got federal.
Yes, sir. When did it get
I'm
federal?
an original Miami boy. I'm not the original Miami, but I've come from that cloth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes, they see me on the internet, they see me, Burt, when he see me, he embrace me and shit. Right. I'm talking about the world famous Convertible Burt, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm putting some respect on that. The real
Convertible
number one stunner before Baby and all that. The number one stunner, my homeboy. I was influenced by, I used to park Burt cars and shit. So I'm a real 15 Ave getter, know what I mean? I'm like I was one of the highest paid watch outs on
People
15.
Don't know Burt used to ride around with Mike Tyson. Like Mike
Bro,
Tyson
they know.
used to hang around.
That shit on the internet, they know.
I'm just trying to say, like, they don't, but I'm talking about, we know from being around here. I'm talking about niggas don't even know that Burt's serious. Like
man, Burt that nigga.
Give him that
Burt
love.
that nigga. All the OGs that niggas.
I met Burt here.
Listen. From Trav, from shout out, rest in peace to Bunky Brown. All our OGs that nigga.
Yes, they right about
Miami, the South City.
That's right.
We so get back. You asked me when to go federal.
When did you get federal?
I get excited. I got respect for the OGs. You see where I came tonight.
I see.
You see I came. This shit
very
come
respectful.
This shit come from the OG. I ain't create this shit.
No, you just
you know
tradition.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of these young niggas, they wearing this type of shit. I'm wearing Versace.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying because that's a Miami. That's Miami thing.
The frames of Versace. The frames of Versace.
Yeah,
just know.
I'm so Miami. So to show you how I get federal, right?
Yes, sir.
I do what Miami boys do. You know what I mean? I start getting that. You know, there's plenty of work down here. We're a Source City. We take that work up the road. We triple what we'll make in Miami.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I got on that road. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to North Carolina. Okay. Shout out to Panama City. All them places seen me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Bringing something that was passed on from the legends that I just got through naming. You know what I mean? Okay. Taking the game, the juggler game up the road. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Where you could break it down and get your folk. You know what I'm saying? Fucking the game up, but you know, all it takes is one slip up, and the alphabet boys will be at your door and see you. You know what I'm saying? I fumbled. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody told on me.
Okay.
Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? One string pulled, and my whole empire came down, and I caught a federal case. I wasn't no big boy indictment. I'm not a kingpin from Miami.
Oh no,
I'm a hustler from Miami.
Right,
I'm a Miami boy from Miami.
Absolutely, right.
You know what I mean? I'm one of the representatives of Miami.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Other cities.
You're OG.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most definitely. Triple OG, man.
Straight up.
Real facts. The streets gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't gotta say it.
Right. You ain't gotta put sauce on the real. You can see it when you meet you. It's in you. It ain't on you.
But that comes because I show respect to those who laid the foundation before me, man. You know what I'm saying? Those the boys that were representing Miami at the big prize fights. Right. You know what I'm saying? Those that hold us down outside of Miami. You know what I'm saying? This era right now, with the AIs and the internet, you can rewrite the story.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I mean? We can get into it all. We got time. We
got
into some
time.
of that
We gonna
shit.
get into everything. Absolutely.
Like I told you earlier, I did 11 years in 2 sentences.
Right.
When I finished doing 7 years, I caught 7 years mandatory back in '96. I stayed until 2003. I said, man, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? I had some folks up the road. I ain't gonna have to name whoever. I had some folks up the road. They invited me up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nigga was like, man, it's time to get this big bag.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Real money.
So I got up there, man. I can name one of them and shout to rest in peace to my homeboy Flume. You know what I mean? He was up there, in Knoxville. We was up there doing our thing. Everybody was on their own little sprint. It wasn't like me and Flume was on the same sprint, but we was up there, man. I seen the most money that I ever seen in my life. Okay. You know what I mean? I ended up getting married. I did the jig camping situation. I moved away from here. You know what I'm saying? I got Beverly Hills on y'all ass. You know what I mean? Right. Big houses, a lot of shit bigger once you leave Miami. You know what I mean? Property, houses. The sauce is different. You know what I'm saying?
Land,
and I got a little sloppy. You know what I'm saying? I started flossing. I left some of the real Miami principles about not being seen to be heard. Okay. I was loud. I draw attention to myself. And when you do that, it's like BMF putting a big billboard up there. Right. Feds, look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what it said.
I was a Fed case ride.
Damn.
So it was just a amount of time. You know what I mean?
Before they caught up to you. Yeah. Okay. So take me to that moment if you don't mind. So it's like you balling, you living, you comfortable. Basically, it's like you got your routine. You already know what you're gonna do on Monday. I know what I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna go holler at today. Got your routine. Then all of a sudden, boom! There's a disruption in the system. All of a sudden, everything was going smooth, and then the storm come. Did you see it coming? Was it
you always see it coming?
So you saw. So it was it changes.
If anybody that ever done time had time to sit down and re-look at that shit, you'll see it coming before it comes. It's like how a storm coming, it gets still. You feel you see the darkness in the sky.
The wind feel different.
I had already I had done got popped a few times up there. I was moving. I had done got sloppy with myself. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was different signs. When I ended up getting shot up there, you know what I mean? I got shot a few times, cause I was up there flossing hard, fucking them nigga girls and shit, you know what I mean? Being Miami nigga type shit. Yeah. And niggas, jealousy, money bring envy. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy. So, niggas, they feel like, especially if you ain't from their city and you flossing a little too hard, niggas come at you. So when they come at you, I'm gonna respond in my way, you know what I mean? I ain't no sucker, so I started seeing all that coming, so I started compounding a lot of guns and shit. So like, I had an 8-count indictment, man, you know what I mean? I had a bunch of guns, I had counterfeit, I had pills, type of shit, you know what I'm saying? My paperwork on the internet, my name on the book. I didn't want to mention it earlier, but they go Keithan on the bottom where, you can fact check. Like I told you, I wasn't in no big boy indictment. Me and my female at the time, you know what I mean? We was co-defendant. They end up rushing the crib, you know what I mean? Finding the guns and dope. I did something that I know that a lot of niggas ain't doing nowadays. I told them everything was mine. Cause she had 3 little kids type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Solid like that.
I was used to doing time, you know what I mean? But I never knew what the fuck the Fed. I didn't never knew federal statutes. I didn't never know how they play. It was a new ballgame. I didn't even know the Fed was gonna pick the case up.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
You think it was gonna be just another state case?
I'm thinking, be honest with you, man, when I started selling dope, I thought I went legit.
Yeah.
I came in the
because
game robbing.
I'm coming from
laying on shit, taking shit.
Yeah, so
I'm selling dope now, nigga. I thought I was the Hustables.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I'm legit.
I'm selling the motherfuckers who want it.
Yeah, man, I got work, man. I'm hustling for this shit. You know what I mean? So,
it's a shocker for them to come and hit you like that.
No, it wasn't a shocker for them. I knew eventually, like any nigga that's in the streets, and I tell these young cats now, especially YNs, like, man, they're in these streets. Especially if the streets ain't chose you chose this shit. Know that, man. It ain't but 2 ends of this shit. We see the end of Scarface.
Yeah.
We done seen the end of all the gangster movies. You know what I'm saying? Is that patch of land or is a sentence? Yeah. Is you gonna stand 10 toes when that situation happen? You know what I mean? Or you gonna fold, or you gonna do what nowadays where they say why do 10 when you could tell on a friend type shit?
Damn.
That's the sense. That's what they saying. That's what they saying.
Niggas say
that's the slogan now.
10 when you could tell on a
not tell on a stranger.
Not tell on a stranger.
Not don't tell on Joe Blow. Tell your homeboy.
When I grew up, it was TYC. Take your charge.
I grew up like that too.
That was what I said.
You get caught, you don't know me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So I'm pretty sure in the book you talk about lessons, but if you know, we're in an era, an information era where people be looking at videos, they look at a short clip, TikTok, all that stuff. If there was a quick lesson you had 10 seconds to tell a nigga, I'm gonna give you the best advice. I know that sounds impossible. But out of all this, if you could tell out of everything you've been through, your prison sentence, state, fed, moving on the streets, the beefs you had, the problems you done went through, all the streets, all the stuff that come with it, what would be the biggest gem you'll drop on a nigga?
I drop gems all day.
Right.
I do this for a passion, man. I came home. Most motherfuckers will go do a bid, they don't come home with a book. They don't come home with shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas that call themselves OGs, I don't call myself an OG from the term of everybody may think, oh, he think he's original gangster. Right. I call myself OG for offering up guidance. You know what I'm saying? I take what I do real serious. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about what I take it that not for nobody to say, oh, he's doing this, he's doing good, he's doing that. I take because it made sense of all that time I done. Right. You know, when you get in this book, Federal Pressure right here, you'll see where I turn. I'm a practicing Muslim. I pray over 5 times. I know we got our homeboy Ross. I be giving Ross a hard time a lot, man. But Ross a hustler. He really represents the city. Right. He say, I think I'm Big Meech. I think I'm Larry Hoover, right? I think I'm Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm Marcus Garvey. I think I'm Huey Newton. Right. I'm cut from that cloth. You know what I mean? I'm a messenger. You know what I mean? And you ask me, son, you say, if I could give us in a little sermon, I tell these YNs, do the math. Math is a language that don't lie. Real. So that $100,000 lick or that play for X amount of money is instant gratification. Right. But the consequences, or they say the risk. They say, but they don't care. I risk it for the biscuit, right? Yeah. Right. The risk, right? It's all comes to math. Math is a language that don't lie. If you start putting that shit in an equation and you start doing your math, some of you niggas ain't go to school, some niggas didn't like math. I like the math. Right. When I started doing the math and I looked at it, I say, hey man, I've been in this bitch 16 years. Or I was facing life. And I was chasing that meal ticket that we all talk about, right? But in the course of chasing that meal ticket, I wagered things that really should matter to me in life. Right. Seeing my daughter graduate, going, helping my daughter learn certain things as a father should do, or you know what I'm saying, being there with my grandma, took her last, you know what I'm saying, things that gonna really matter to you. Right. You gonna been done, put that on the other side of that equation, right, and you gonna been done took that risk. And in that risk, especially like you just said earlier, with these cameras, super technology, I call them super cops. Yeah. The culture of why do 10 when you can tell on a friend.
Yeah, what the hell is
like when you start adding all that shit up, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Like I said earlier, like it's a spade game that they done changed the rules to. Yeah. So my advice to the young people is, like, it ain't worth it. Like, get a trade. Yeah. Like we in Miami, on my homeboy I was speaking of earlier, KK, that my co-defendant that got caught to 17, did 11 years. He went in, became and got the AFAC trade. He do air conditioning repair right now. That's what's happening. Just to call this brother out, the check your system is $160-something.
Just to check your system, he making
change the filter in your motherfucker. Say it's $90-something type shit.
Just to pull up, he making.
No, I mean he do this real shit. I know it because I hired him to do some and he cut me a deal, right, but he ain't gonna cut all y'all a deal. So at the end of the day, like it's so much money to be made in the construction trade, and in the long run, that same shit that you are chasing, that same bag that you're chasing, you can acquire if you just create a game plan. Yes, real. A strategy, a budget, right. Things that you niggas don't want to admit to.
A business plan.
A business plan.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'll tell them, bro.
Okay.
Do the math.
That's real. Let's I wanted to touch on, like, what's the differences being in the federal penitentiary and being in the state penitentiary from your experience, my brother?
From my experience, I'm gonna explain it like this here. Like when I was doing state time, I can only speak for Florida. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing state time, one of the differences I seen in the state versus the feds is in the state of Florida, it's more so like you could be more on man time. Like you could be without the force of being on man time or pressure of being on. What I mean by man time is you could make decisions without considering the car,
Okay.
or the homies, right? In the feds, you gotta consider who you sit with. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's in the feds, there's an unwritten code of hands-off policy, because this shit could go up and go up for a long period of time. What I mean by that there is it can become racial, it can become gang related, it can become a lot of different things. And when I was in the state of Florida, during my time, I heard it's different now.
Right.
It wasn't so much, especially from a Miami boy standpoint, it wasn't so much gang infected.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When I mean like gang, Bloods, Crips, GD, Vital, you had your Latin Kings, you had your, you know what I mean? Certain Wilos and stuff, Spanish gangs, stuff, Spanish gang, but it wasn't so much of the brothers, so many ganged up.
Right.
I heard it's different in Florida prison. I did Florida prison in the 90s.
Okay.
When I went to the feds, I noticed that, you know what I mean, that my actions could possibly just blow the whole yard, which I end up blowing a yard before.
Oh, there's a situation where you did have that happen. Okay.
In 2015, one of the biggest riots in Manchester history was by OG Gigavelli.
Damn.
I got stabbed 8 times. You know what I mean? By a Mexican gang, the Serenos. Niggas in the feds know who the Serenos is. They organize. I talk about it a lot of different times. Mm-hmm. You got your Norteños. You got your Aztecs. You got your I'm just speaking on the Spanish part. Right. You got your MS-13. Mm-hmm. You got your Mexican Mafia. You know what I'm saying? And them boys ain't shooting no fade.
No, they jumping.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna stab your ass up.
Yeah, they coming with no swords. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody come with no swords in the joint, in the feds. Ain't really, you if you steal your fade, you done stole it and got away and they got you out the way. But most time if it's something in the air, everybody banged up.
Yeah.
In the state, it's similar to that too, but you could talk your way into a fade. I mean, like basically like niggas back in the 90s. I don't know how it is now. Like now these niggas ain't shooting no fades like that. You know what I mean? Okay. So, you know, we call it, you know, I got a little segment on my platform. I call it Wreck Y'all Open. We call it Wreck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we went from fade to wreck.
Okay.
And I explained that, several times on my platform. If you want to know, you tap into some of my content.
Definitely tap into the OG Gigavelli platform.
But wreck, you know, wreck is what it's supposed to be. It becomes to let the nigga know putting in work is fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Putting in work ain't nothing but an exercise to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that type of shit. But
okay.
that's
so one of the big differences is that is you know, you gotta protect yourself different in the two.
You can move different. You can move.
You gotta consider motherfuckers you can affect with your actions.
Exactly. Exactly.
Between the two.
Cause niggas see that you one of them type of niggas in the Fed, but niggas see that you no. If you a crash dumb, if you reckless, and you could possibly be. Cause niggas got a lot of shit tied up. Niggas got niggas doing illegal work. Niggas got money that they got going. Niggas got big tickets on the yards. Niggas got a lot to lose
behind the crash
based upon a crash dummy that they associate themselves with.
Straight up.
So the niggas that's gonna remove you gonna be your car, be your own people. Like man, it's cheaper we gonna get rid of you
than to cause a whole problem.
Saying you own up, it make you catch the dough. You know what I mean? Run you up.
That makes sense. What I've noticed about you since I met you, or since I've heard of you, is your love for Miami. I don't think a nigga love Miami more than OG Gigavelli. You see how you lit up when I said that shit? Because it's the truth. Right. I think nobody I love Carol City like a motherfucker.
Right.
You love Miami-Dade County like a motherfucker. You heard me? So, as a little boy, you always been like that? You just always love Miami?
Man, I'm gonna say something. What's not love about Miami? What's not the love about Miami though, man?
That's real. That's real.
We the most exotic city in this side of the of the equator.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like Miami is what. Listen. Miami. When you think of vacational or paradise in the world, you people think of Paris. Yeah. People think of Hawaii. People
Greece
think of
and all that
Greece.
kind of shit.
And Miami be right there on one of the most. You know what I'm saying? So what it is not to love about Miami? I'm like, you can eat off the trees. You can eat off the trees. And like you. Everybody hear about. When I die, I want to go to paradise. Like Miami always been a paradise to me. Miami always, you know what I mean? Like I told you, man, like I ain't had no choice in this shit.
No, I told you.
God told me to be a Miami boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a rep. I'm gonna love my city. And I'm not the only one that feel. I'm not. You said
I'm with you.
I know niggas that put on for the city, man.
Miami down.
They love this city, and I'm just one of them native, man. Jackson Memorial Hospital, man.
That's
you know
right,
baby. I'm right here, man. Blood and bleed, Miami, man. You cut me open, you gonna get some aqua. You gonna get some. You know what I'm saying?
You'll get some orange and green.
You get some orange and green. You know what I'm saying? But
I know that's right.
Growing up, man, I seen Miami at its best, man. I seen Miami. That's why I'm so big on shouting the OGs out, man. I seen them building something that was ours.
So let's get into that. That's why I brought up Miami. What's the difference between what we have today and what we call Miami geographically and what we grew up in as Miami culturally? What's the differences you see?
I see some shit that was done by design, if you ask me. I see one thing about going to prison. Don't think that I was one of them niggas just fucking off in prison. I'm real. To be a writer, be an author, let you know that I love to read.
Yeah, you're intelligent.
You know what I mean? I love to read. Put all other shit aside, man. I'm self-educated. I had the opportunity to watch documentaries and shit like 13, Out of Darkness. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? It really enlightened me on a bigger world scale of shit, right? And I was able to kind of see what kind of design was taking place upon my city as being one of the cities that the unseen hand,
right,
the power to be,
right,
chose to be a source city.
Gotcha.
To fund a lot of what we call the game through my city. But this same hand that be, right, built their legacy and their family wealth. I'm talking about the Rockefellers, the Kennedys. It's a documentary called The Men. A lot of y'all like to watch documentary shit. Go watch The Men That Built America.
Yes.
The Rockefellers, the Kennedys, and the railroad lines and shit. They built it off bootlegging. Absolutely. With the what era that was when the era when alcohol prohibition era. Bruh. When alcohol wasn't illegal.
Man, it was illegal. Joe Kennedy was one of the biggest bootleggers, and he said, I'm gonna make my son the president and my other son the president. And that was JFK and Robert F. K. Robert didn't become president. He was assassinated, unfortunately, before he became president. But they daddy. So why wouldn't they daddy was a bootlegger? They daddy, so back then that was the dope.
So how that was
the dope for the 20s and the 1900s.
Okay, so how that tie into what the fuck happened in Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
You got some niggas up here talking about the Rockefellers, some old ass people that all of them know about. But how that tie into it is I'm just showing you the disparity, the difference when they can do it, but it ain't all right when we do it.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? So when crack era came in, when a nigga took what y'all told us, ain't no nigga flew this shit from Colombia.
Ain't no nigga no chemist.
Ain't no nigga had no, but nigga wasn't no chemistry. Niggas didn't make this. But when you put something in our neighborhood, get our people hooked on it, and then some of us decide to say, hold up, I'm not gonna use it.
No.
But shit, you know, it's a profit in it. I'm gonna take this profit and I'm gonna build something differently from it, a stepping stone.
Absolutely.
Then it becomes they the bad guy. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't see that in my OGs. Right. So you asked me the difference of the Miami what I see now, the Miami that I see now, the Miami back then.
Yes.
What I seen back then was men that may cut a corner, may bend the rules or whatever, play the cards like I told y'all before. Niggas that the streets chose. Right?
Didn't choose the streets.
Didn't chose the streets. Right. Took what bones that was thrown to them and start buying the city up. I'm talking about Rick Brownlee, buying majority open lock up, buying a Winn-Dixie. Right. I'm talking about Ike, construction company. You know what I'm saying? Buying. I'm talking about businessmen. Bunky Bryan buying the game hall, Murph them buying 15 Ave. We own 15 Ave.
Yo, yeah.
We own 18 Ave.
That was our little Harlem world right there.
And I was one of the youngest ones on 15 to witness this shit.
Yeah.
Other than Ant-Man and Lil Bush. You had niggas like me and Kojak, you know what I'm saying? Terrence, you know what I mean? Young nigga, we Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Dirty Red, you know what I'm saying? We the younger niggas on the app, the young niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like me parking Burt cars. I'm seeing the Jaguars, the Benzes. I ain't gotta have, nobody ain't gotta tell me about, I ain't gotta go ask nobody about how I felt when video was shot on the app, when shit was going on in the city. I got stories.
In real time.
I seen this, I lived this shit, right? I was outside. So what I seen happen was they snatched that guidance. Miami had a structure. Right. When you watch New Jack City, when you watch a structural, organizational of a street hustling, put down, it was in Miami. Like I heard Trick say on one of the clips, say we had designer dope hoes. Our dope hoes had name. Our products had name. It came back to fuck us up later on, cause when the feds started grabbing the niggas, they started calling us, Ricoing us by the names on the fucking dope.
Yeah, true, right.
Oh, y'all the Cloud 9 boys, y'all the Scudder boys. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all the Vonda boys, or y'all this boys, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So it came back to fuck us up later on.
But back in real time.
But when we had a structure, you had certain street code of conduct, street codes, rules that went on that the whole neighborhood benefited from.
Yeah, everybody abide by these rules.
All the way from the candy lady, frozen cup lady.
Yeah.
She sold loose cigarettes. She sold Fonto. I remember going in Trina Mama beauty salon and buying my Fonto leaf. Trina, y'all know that. Niggas come in there without ball out money. A nigga make sure I got I done tore a lick off. I'm gonna make sure $1 in the middle. So you, Pinky, and the rest of y'all in there can see that knot that me and my niggas jumping out these verts.
We got that knot.
Yeah, we jumping out that knot. Going up in there, you know what I'm saying? Buying me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Getting a little weed on the outside, going about my business. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the shit that I fell in love. That's the shit I grew up to love about our city. We was trying. We the one was showing these niggas how to rock Cuban links. We the ones showed these niggas about the grill. Niggas want, you know what I'm saying, doing type. We the ones showed the nigga the candy paint, this, that, you know what I'm saying, dropping bronze.
The divert and the donks.
Putting the designer in your car, the Gucci tag, the Gucci rags, you know what I'm saying, the Gucci inside, the pup. Yeah, I come up, you know what I'm saying, in that era watching this shit being put down. So that was a magnet for a nigga like me.
Right, absolutely.
Now, fast forward into this era.
Yes, sir, today.
You take away the kingpins, right? You take away the structure. Shout out to, the era of the John Doe era, which I felt like hurt the city more than anything. No shade. I fuck with them boys, Losos, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Loso, Bubba Loso, you know what I'm saying? All the Losos. I fuck with the JD era, but the mistake, and we all could verify the mistake that was made in that era was they were putting young niggas down that wasn't seasoned.
Okay.
They didn't come through the juvenile hall. They didn't get tested to see if they were gonna fold or not. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we seen what happened in that. Look, all them rats in the JD situation. All them rats, it ain't no secret. Right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to tear Bub head off. You know what I mean? Bring that boy home, Bug got some justice at the end, shit turn around. Right. But at the end of the day, we seen what that produced.
Absolutely.
But then that get down, lay down, push the rest of the OGs out the way, taking these spots, it gave an era to a new mindset in Miami, right? So then push that away, here come the era of the free band. I was gone for it. But it really set the nation back. Yeah. Cause what it did was the streets wasn't paying niggas no more, the computer was. So a nigga could hide in the house and come out and ball, and where the money go at, of course, you could buy realness now. Yeah. You could buy a section, a motherfucker ain't gotta stand up, a motherfucker in the bottom, you the realest.
You bought the section, you the
realest. Money bought realness then.
Yes.
See, when the streets, when you had to go get it out the mud, when you had to stand in them trenches, it's a lot of shit. I'm gonna tell you something. I know for a fact. I worked the graveyard shift on the app. You know what I'm saying? Graveyard. A lot of the shit, these niggas, a lot of these male purses and shit, tight ass pants and shit. You couldn't cop late night on the air, not with the vultures, not them niggas nose running around.
No.
You pulling up there with your mail purse up. You got your pink and green hair. You know what I'm saying? You talking about where the weed at?
Nah,
Nigga,
nigga,
you know what I'm saying? The same way that spot open right there. I was working for one of the only spots that was open on the lab. It was only 2 spots open 24/7. So if you leave studio and you and your packer, you trying to impress some females and you got your money, you came up on the ab and you looking corny, you looking like a snack.
Yeah.
The dope can't. We may want to try to stop them, man. Yeah, man.
Nobody can't stop
man,
that.
the wolves out here.
Yeah.
So now, the free band era made what's supposed to be real, what looks to be real, to be real. So niggas created with the narrative, right? Now, we got a bunch of niggas that's got paper, but don't got the code in them.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But shout out, like I say, even back in the John Doe era, when niggas came home and they stood 10 toes down, niggas stole niggas' keys. It's donks all up and down the air. Donks all up and down 61st.
Yeah, you gotta go get you something to drive.
Nigga throwing your keys. Nigga Flume got 3-4 cars up there. Bug got 4 cars. Murph got a bunch of cars up there.
Go grab you one.
You know what I'm saying? Eating them got a bunch of cars up there. Eating them throw me and both them. They'll get the keys. Charlie Boy throw me his keys. Cool Hand throw me his keys. Nigga ain't never need. Nigga we trying to go to the club. Nigga ain't have to find no. Nigga ain't piled up in none of his cars up. Everybody had money. Cause the streets was paying us. When the computer started paying us,
that's the free band era.
The free band era. Fuck Miami up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Fucked a lot of cities up a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause you know, you gotta be a cold motherfucker to sit back and con old people out their motherfucking money.
Come on now.
Run a motherfucker, work for their hard-earned motherfucking money. No morals or values.
Take a bit you
hearing this from a nigga that I think it's more boldness and more respect in being a stick-up guy. At least you can see it coming.
Right.
Then a motherfucker sitting on there cheating an old woman or emptying somebody's bank account. No shade for the free band game, but it shows those type of people right there ain't got no principles or morals. So now that's watering the game down some more. Now it's stripping the streets of the code, stripping the streets of the morals and the values.
Right.
Now, we get a version of Miami, what we see now. You got niggas, then the internet come, you got our young people don't know who they really is, they losing their identity, they don't really know. So they watching this shit on the internet and they want to be them.
Some nigga from a whole nother city.
With a
whole nother culture and a whole nother upbringing.
It don't apply to you.
At
you
all.
Understand what I'm saying?
So
that's the part. But I see a lot of opportunity for Miami, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never count us out. You know what I mean? Cause we the bottom.
Right.
And when you at the bottom, you ain't got no way up but to go up. You know what I'm
up.
saying? So man, this our year, man. 2025, man. Shout out, like I said, to Ted and all them boys, bringing them real story back, making sure the truth get out there.
Straight up.
I love watch me a good series. I love to watch me. I watch Godfather every Thanksgiving. I watch that shit over and over type shit.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm watching the BMF series.
Okay.
I see them there misrepresent the Miami boys. They call us the MKs and shit. They ain't
Miami
talking about the
killers.
real trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They creating their own narrative.
Right.
They had a segment and they was talking about the incident that went on at Jack the Rapper. And that supposed to been Meach didn't want him much in town that time. That was the Miami boys and some shit with Death Row Records. Some shit that JT Money had to check their ass about when they were coming for Uncle Luke. But in the BMF story, they get to say, "Oh, this the Meek story. Welcome home, Big Meek. The street is back."
Yeah.
Nah, man, we gonna get this shit right,
We
man.
gonna get control of our
Big
own
Trap
story.
home,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Big
right.
Trap home, man. Y'all check out the real Miami boys, man. Convertible Bird home.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Big Boss Man home.
Get these real stories out.
And it profiting. Why I want the stories out?
Yeah.
The BMF story, shout out to 50 them with the BMF story. It created celebrities. It created stars. It created a bag.
Right. Created an
If
avenue.
that welcome home party would have went down for me, Meech would have walked the home with a woo.
been
I was counting the
ridiculous.
pocket.
It was
I'm like,
ridiculous. What?
Hey man, you know, So the opportunity that we got down here in Miami, I've been saying it. I was one of the first ones. You can go back and look at my content that been screaming for this Miami boy stories, for our stories, because content rules.
Yeah.
It's controlling the narrative. The AI is controlling the narrative.
Yeah.
But if we put the truth in the AI can tell the truth.
Right.
But if you put the false in the AI gonna do what you tell it to do.
Exactly.
It's a computer.
Right. That's all it's gonna do. What you tell it to do. What you program it.
Ain't nobody ever gonna tell our story. We don't tell it.
So we got to do it. That's what we doing in this era. We getting the reins. We getting hold of the reins so we could be able to control the narrative of our city.
If you let them tell it, Atlanta started the Water Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to the Water Boys. Shout out to all the young boys at the Light Hustler,
man. Get your money, man. It's all love.
Get your money, but that started down here at the bottom, baby.
Yeah, man. We been getting money.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Niggas
selling jeans off the side of the motherfucking road. Boy, you get it whatever you need right here at the light.
Whatever. You get a copy, whatever you need. We gonna sell it.
For sure.
So before I let you go, anything, what you would like to see happen in Miami, other than us controlling our narrative? What you like to see for our culture, for our young people?
What I would love to see for not just Miami youth, for youth, us all over, man. I would love to see what Larry Hoover was a vision.
Okay.
And I bring him up because he's in the he back in the. I've been advocating. I done been boots on the ground for him. He was pushing for the street niggas to wake up. Niggas all over niggas in Detroit, niggas in Chicago, niggas in Miami, niggas in LA. Us waking up and getting control of our mighty black dollar.
Yeah.
Understanding politics for what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, to not look at each other as ops.
Right. I
would love to see that drill culture become an end. You know what I mean? I rather see life. I rather see the young kids. I rather them bring back babies and having babies, but before they bring back the drill. You know what I'm saying?
That's more life. At least that's more life.
Yeah. Because we bring the babies back. Bring the babies back, man. Let's have babies.
Life.
Bring the R&B back. You know what I mean? But right. I want to see the young kids stop looking at each other as ops, man, but more as brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I want to stop filling these jail cells and prison. I want to see us get back to inventing shit. I want to see black folks get back to inventing like the shit that our ancestors came in. You know what I mean? To stop like the blood transfusion, all these different things. I want to see us get back to, you know what I mean? Just get back to being bring more unity. And what I want to see from Miami, man, I want to see more millionaires in Miami. I want to see more money going on. I want to see us own our neighborhoods again.
Yeah.
I want to see some more moms and pop stores. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No shade on our Spanish brothers and sisters, man, but I want to see us act more unified at them as a family structure.
Right.
And that's what I'm on, man. That's what I'm promoting, man. That's my lane.
For real, that's real, Gigavelli. Well, I appreciate your time as always. I always tell my guests I appreciate your time, but your time was especially more appreciated than normal because you done gave these crackers so much of your time, brother. The time you out here now is more precious than average niggas because you doing a lot with your time. You giving back, you trying to drop jewels, you teaching, and I appreciate your time. I want to tell the audience, make sure y'all pick up Pressure, Federal Pressure by OG Gigavelli. And thank you, my brother, for stepping into the office. We're going to catch y'all on the next one.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Always a pleasure, man.
My brother.